Hey there, Celtic faithful. Welcome back to Celtic Central, the heartbeat of every Hoops supporter who bleeds green and white. First off, a massive thank you to everyone joining the channel and keeping this incredible community alive. Your passion for Celtic is what fuels everything we do here. Every chant, every match reaction, every bit of news that comes out of Parkhead. Now, let's dive straight into what's been happening lately, because, honestly, there's a lot to unpack. Back in late July, the buzz around Celtic Park was electric. The club had just announced the signing of Shinyamada from Kawasaki Frontale, a £1.3 million investment that immediately caught everyone's attention. The narrative at that time was simple. Could this lad be the next Kyogo Furuhashi? The void left by Kyogo's move to Rennes had been looming large, and supporters were eager to see who might step into those boots. Yamada, arriving with energy and confidence, seemed ready for the challenge. His debut came against Saudi side Al Ahly during the Como Cup third-place playoff, and that's when fans got their first real glimpse of what he could offer. Coming on at halftime to replace Johnny Kinney, Yamada wasted no time making his mark. Within 15 minutes, he had the ball in the back of the net, but it was chalked off by the narrowest of offside calls. Even though the goal didn't stand, his quick movement, sharp instincts, and hunger were clear to see. When the match ended in a 1-1 draw and went to penalties, Yamada stepped up under pressure and buried the decisive spot kick. Ice-cold composure, especially for someone new to the squad, and right there, people started whispering. Maybe Celtic had found their next attacking gem. Brendan Rodgers was full of praise afterwards. He spoke about Yamada's strong work ethic, how quick he was, and how well he adapted to the tempo of the game. The feeling around Lennoxtown was optimistic. The Japanese forward seemed to have the drive and attitude that Celtic's front line thrives on. But then, almost as quickly as the excitement built up, things started to fizzle out. Out of nowhere, Yamada was left out of the Europa League squad. Fans were scratching their heads. After such a promising start, why wasn't he being given more opportunities? Was it tactical? Was he struggling to adapt to the Scottish game? Rodgers didn't give much away, and the mystery only deepened as weeks went by. The Champions League exit came early, and in the aftermath, it looked like Yamada was slipping down the pecking order. He'd get the occasional appearance. Nothing major, just a few minutes here and there. Last weekend at Tenerife, he came off the bench once more, replacing Johnny Kinney around the hour mark. The team was struggling, and even though Yamada worked hard to inject some life into the attack, Celtic fell to a 3-1 defeat. That match, as fate would have it, turned out to be Rodgers' last in charge. The following day, the club announced his resignation, and once again, Celtic found themselves in transition. For Yamada, that must have been a moment of uncertainty. A new manager often means a fresh start, and when Martin O'Neill was named interim boss, there was hope he might give everyone a clean slate. But when the lineup came out for the midweek clash against Falkirk, Yamada's name was missing once again. He wasn't even in the matchday squad. Unless there's an injury that the club hasn't disclosed, there's no clear reason why he was left out. Johnny Kinney started up top, and 19-year-old Callum Osamand, a recent capture from Fulham, took the backup striker role on the bench. Osamand even made his debut late in the game, replacing Sebastian Tenekti, one of the scorers in Celtic's 4-0 win. Now, with Yamada returning from injury and Kinney rediscovering his scoring touch, it feels like Yamada might find himself watching from the stands during the weekend's League Cup semi-final at Hampton. Just 3 months ago, he was being talked about as the man who could fill the Kyogo void. Fast forward to now, and it looks like he could be heading for the exit door when the January window opens. Maybe on loan, maybe permanently, depending on what the new management decides. It's a harsh reminder of how quickly things can change in football. At Celtic, the pressure is constant. Every performance is judged, every chance missed is remembered, and every player is expected to deliver from day one. Some adapt instantly, others take time. In Yamada's case, it might just be that he arrived in a moment of transition, the club dealing with managerial shifts, new tactics, and a reshuffled squad dynamic. That's not an easy environment to settle into, especially for a player coming from Japan and adjusting to the physical, high-tempo nature of Scottish football. But let's be real, there's still potential in him. He's quick, technically gifted, and has shown flashes of what he can do. Maybe what he needs is consistency, regular minutes, a bit of confidence, and a manager who truly believes in his role within the system. Sometimes players just need that bit of faith to spark into life. Meanwhile, off the pitch, Celtic have been busy searching for a new permanent manager to take over the reins after Rodgers' departure. Reports suggest that Club Brugge boss Nicky Hayen is one of the top names being considered. The 45-year-old Belgian has earned a solid reputation for developing young players and playing attacking, progressive football, something that fits perfectly with Celtic's DNA. Interestingly, Hayen's Club Brugge faced Celtic last season in the Champions League and even managed to draw 1-1. This year, his side beat Rangers twice in the qualifiers, which definitely caught the eye of the Celtic board and fans alike. Belgian outlets claim Celtic have already made contact with Hayen's camp, though nothing official has been agreed yet. Apparently, Club Brugge are reluctant to let him go easily, especially since he recently signed an improved contract in June. But here's the thing. Celtic can offer something Club Brugge simply can't. The lure of Glasgow, the atmosphere at Parkhead, the chance to manage one of the most historic clubs in world football, not to mention the financial power and European exposure that come with it. From the outside, it feels like Brugge are starting to worry. Hayen's comments in recent interviews have hinted that he's flattered by Celtic's interest. Combine that with the pull of leading a team that regularly competes for trophies and plays in Europe every year, and you can see why this story is gathering momentum. When you think about it, Celtic are standing at a crossroads again. The kind of moment that defines where the club goes next, not just for the rest of the season, but for the next few years. The departure of Brendan Rodgers has left a massive gap, and the board now face the challenge of finding someone who understands what this club truly means. It's not just about tactics or formations. It's about embracing the culture, the identity, and the pressure that comes with leading the hoops. Names like Nicky Hayen have been floating around, and his profile does make sense. He's young, ambitious, and tactically sharp. The way his Club Brugge side plays, quick transitions, fearless pressing, giving chances to young talents, feels very Celtic. You can see why the hierarchy would be drawn to him. And if Celtic do manage to lure him away, it would send a message that the club are serious about building something fresh and modern, rather than just patching things up temporarily. But while all this is unfolding off the pitch, inside the dressing room, there's a different kind of tension. Players are trying to prove themselves again. The uncertainty of a managerial change always brings mixed emotions, excitement for some, anxiety for others. For someone like Shinyamada, it could mean everything. A new boss might look at him with fresh eyes, see qualities that were overlooked, and give him a new start. Or, it might go the other way, and he could find himself even further from the picture. That's the brutal reality of football. Yamada's situation is fascinating because it reflects what so many international players face when they come to Scotland. The game here is intense, physical, played at breakneck speed. It's not just about skill. It's about adapting to the cold nights, the heavy pitches, and the relentless pressure of fans who expect nothing less than a win every single week. Some players thrive in that environment. Others struggle to find their rhythm. And for Yamada, time might not be on his side. There's no denying his talent, though. You can see flashes of quality whenever he touches the ball, the way he finds space, the clever runs, the calm finishing. He's got that instinct you can't teach. What he's missing right now is consistency, and perhaps the confidence that only comes from being trusted on the pitch. It's tough to build rhythm when your appearances are limited to short cameos or when you're constantly looking over your shoulder, wondering if you'll be in the squad next week. The January window could bring a turning point. Celtic will have to make decisions about players who aren't getting enough minutes. For Yamada, a loan might make sense, a chance to play regularly, rebuild momentum, and come back stronger. Or maybe he stays, fights for his place, and uses the second half of the season to prove he belongs. Either way, the next few weeks could decide his Celtic future. Meanwhile, the fans are restless but hopeful. Everyone knows how quickly things can turn in football. Just a few wins, a bit of confidence, and the whole atmosphere around the club can shift. Celtic supporters have seen it all before. The highs, the lows, the comebacks. They know that in times of change, unity matters most. And right now, what the team needs more than anything is stability. Martin O'Neill, in his interim role, has been trying to restore that sense of order. His presence alone brings experience and calm, but he's not expected to stay long. The real question is, who takes over next, and what kind of football will they bring? Will Celtic return to that fast, aggressive attacking style that fans love? Or will the focus shift to structure and control? It's a delicate balance, and the next appointment will tell us everything about the club's vision. The lure of managing Celtic is enormous. Few jobs in football come with the same passion, the same history, and the same weight of expectation. The roar at Parkhead on a European night, the energy of the supporters, the pressure of every Old Firm derby. It's what makes this club special. Any manager who steps into that role has to understand it's not just about results. It's about spirit, pride, and representing a community that lives and breathes football. Behind the scenes, the negotiations are likely intense. Club Brugge will want compensation for Hyen if Celtic push ahead. But the Scottish champions can offer him something different. A chance to lead a massive club in a league where the goal isn't just to win, but to dominate. The idea of taking that challenge, of bringing his attacking football to Glasgow, must be tempting. And the fact that his team already beat Rangers twice this season in Europe probably makes him an even more appealing option for the Celtic board. Still, until something is confirmed, speculation will continue to swirl. The players can't afford to lose focus amid all the rumors. With important fixtures coming up, every point, every performance matters. The League Cup semi-final is right around the corner, and even though it's just one match, it could set the tone for the weeks ahead. For Shinyamada, whether he's on the pitch or in the stands, this is a moment to reflect. Football careers are full of twists. Sometimes it takes one opportunity to turn things around. He'll know that better than anyone. Maybe the next manager will see something special in him, the same spark that caught Rodgers' eye back in July. Or maybe his journey will continue elsewhere, chasing that chance to prove what he can do week in, week out. Whatever happens, Celtic fans will be watching closely. They've seen players come and go, heroes rise and fade, but the passion never changes. This is a club built on belief, in the badge, in the team, and in the idea that no matter how tough things get, there's always another chapter waiting to be written. And right now, as the team prepares for the next battle, that belief might be the most powerful thing they've got. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. The rumor mill is swirling in Glasgow tonight as whispers suggest that Nathan Patterson, the young Scottish fullback known for his explosive pace and attacking flair, has crossed town to sign with Celtic. Sources close to the club hint that negotiations have moved quickly behind closed doors, with both parties eager to make the transfer a reality before the weekend. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the chatter among fans on social media and in the pubs around Parkhead is relentless, painting a picture of one of the most talked-about moves of the season. Patterson, who has spent the last few years honing his craft in the Scottish Premiership, has been linked with several clubs, but the notion of him swapping his previous colors for the Hoops has sparked a frenzy. Supporters are split. Some see it as a masterstroke, bringing local talent with Premier League experience into the squad, while others worry about the implications of a crosstown move, recalling past controversies when players have switched allegiances. The anticipation is palpable, and the murmurs of his imminent arrival have already begun to dominate conversations in the corridors of Scottish football. Insiders suggest that the deal, if it goes through, could be structured to give Patterson a central role in Celtic's defense, possibly as the answer to the gaps that have plagued the team in recent campaigns. The young fullback's reputation for marauding runs down the flank and precise crossing ability would be a welcome addition, and there's even speculation that this move could rekindle interest in him at the national level. Meanwhile, Rangers fans have taken to online forums to voice their dismay, with some questioning loyalty and others grudgingly acknowledging the business side of football. Whether this is a clever strategic acquisition or just another story in the Scottish transfer gossip circuit remains to be seen. Yet, the notion of Nathan Patterson donning the green and white hoops has already ignited imaginations, with Parkhead abuzz with the potential of a new homegrown star rising through the ranks. In a city where football talk never sleeps, this rumor is exactly the kind of story that will keep tongues wagging until official confirmation, or denial, comes from the club itself. For now, the city holds its breath, eager to see if this murmur of a signing turns into one of the season's biggest shocks. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.